child in the prison cell.
Yeah.
Which isn't like modern day prison at all. So I'm sure it's much, much, much worse than what I'm even thinking. But it was done. At this point, she's going to fuck with Queen Milena because it's like the right thing to do. You had a goddamn kid in jail. What's the matter with you?
And a kid I care about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the other thing, too, is that Milena goes, well, I mean, I believe he was caught stealing or something. And Kahlan, she keeps her cool. Like, she doesn't let on that she knows that that's total fucking bullshit. But that is total fucking bullshit. So now she's being lied to about. And it wasn't a mistake. She did it on purpose. She's being fucking awful.
Yeah. Well, I think at this point, it becomes clear that Dark and Roll has fucked a lot of shit up, but, like, Kahlan's job is to keep these rulers in line, and she obviously hasn't been able to deal with that for a while.
Right.
So she's like, you fuck up again, and I'm going to replace your ass on that throne. I'm not even fucking around.
Yeah, no qualms about telling her that I will dethrone your ass.
Yeah. You can claim it's the commanders all you want, but you're ultimately the one that's allowing this to happen. So if you fucking let it happen again...
it's going to be your ass.
Yeah. So once she reams her ass a little bit, Kahlan's like, all right, we're done here. Okay? I came to do what I came to do. Now all I need to do before we leave is go see Giller. Because at first, Milena's like, yeah, cool, leave. That's awesome.
Yep. All right, job's done. Bye. Nice to see you. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, cool. I don't have to share dinner with you. I'm even more thrilled. And then she's like, I need to see my old wizard. And Milena's less than thrilled about that. Because she said something weird. Like, by any measure, I feel like saying you don't want to see him in his current state would make me go, what you mean?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Now I definitely have to see him.
Yeah, what's his current state? Are you talking like, is he naked upstairs with some friends, or what are we talking about? Kahlan pushes and says, I do want to fucking see him. He's my wizard. Let me see him. Milena gives in. She's like, all right, man. Hey, pantaloons, show her the way.
Pantaloons. This is your guard's uniform. I do believe you should have pantaloons.
Bright green shirt, red and yellow pants. Totally fashion. Once they get to the room, Kahlan sends pantaloons away, and they open the door. Once they get inside, it's not what they expect. I don't know what they were thinking, but they were not expecting a blown apart fucking room with Giller hanging by his ankle from a meat hook with no clothes on.
Yeah, pretty fucking grisly sight to be surprised with. And like, Queen Milena has just admitted them upstairs to this room, knowing full well that that's probably the condition he's in.
It seems like she knew that he wasn't great up there, but it also kind of seems like she hasn't seen it herself. Because not to skip too far into the chapter, but once I get back down there, she seems kind of uneasy about, maybe it's just about Kahlan's reaction, but it kind of seems to me like she knows Giller's not great up there, but she probably hasn't gone up there to, like, check it out.
Dark and Rawl and his guys took him away to have a little chat, but that was probably the last time she saw Giller alive. Mm-hmm.
She probably saw Darken come back and be like, fuck that guy, okay? Bye. And, like, she never went back to check to see what happened, but she knows it probably wasn't great. But Zedd checks the room out, and while doing so, he notices that there's 2 black marks on the wall, and also, like, metal in the wall, like the armband metal pieces, I think. That's what that was, right?
Yeah, they identify the black marks as people. They had been melted right into the wall by Wizard's fire.
Not just any kind of wizard fire.
No, a special kind of wizard's fire. Now, this is weird. Zedd, he reaches out into this scorched human, and he like gets some of it off the wall on his finger, and he tastes it, and he's like, Richard, eat some of that shit. Okay, not eat it, but he has him taste it. Scorched human. Okay?
Okay.
But it tastes sweet.
Question. Hold on.
Question.
Before we go too far.
Mm-hmm.
first, Richard just ate human like a couple chapters ago, so he's probably not super skeeved by that, right? This is like better. This is just eating human soot. It's not eating human people like meat.
It's like the Crispies, but yeah.
And who doesn't like the Crispies?
Okay, I agree with you. The Crispies are the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's not expecting the taste though.
Right.
As long as it's fully cooked, I think he's probably like, okay, well, I won't get sick from it.
Yeah, this is cool. The second question, do you consider this cannibalism?
No, because I don't think they're like eating chunks of people. I think that the wizard's fire, like it has described earlier in the book, burns all the way down to the bone. So there's nothing of the actual people left. This is like literally some Crispies of soot left over after.
That was a person, though.
It came from a person, but I don't think there's actual person there. I think the gold from the armband has been melted into the wall because it was so hot, but I don't think there's any like remnants of crispy person there. I think it's just...
I just feel like you could argue that because there is a shape of a person there, there's pieces of person still there, and you're eating a person by licking the soot.
There could be, but that's the difference. You're licking the soot. You're not eating a person.
These people berries taste like peoples.
These people's berries. Oh.
But it's sweet.
I'm sorry. That was good. You got me there. You got me.
But it tastes sweet because he did it to save another person. If he hadn't done it in like a non-selfish way, if it had been like a selfish suicide, then it would taste bitter.
Which I'm not sure exactly how to like. How do you categorize something? If you die to save another person, then you taste sweet. It's a very obscure magic thing.
Well, especially because, I mean, was he really doing it to save another person?
Apparently, otherwise it would be bitter.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. He was not trying to give up Rachel's name. It just, yeah, it's an obscure thing that's like splitting hairs.
Yeah, I think probably only another wizard would pick up on that.
Yeah.
You know, so Zedd being like, kind of tastes sweet. And he died with a smile on his face. Giller was trying to leave a message to somebody who sees this.
Yeah.
After he goes.
Ha ha ha. I didn't tell Darkin what he wanted. Na 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 na.
Which would have been especially hard to do because they noticed that he's got a giant cut across his abdomen, which is done in the manner of anthropomancy.
Hey, if you don't know what anthropomancy is, you can check out our Patreon where we have a whole episode about that.
It is very interesting, I promise you. I did the research myself, and wow, anthropomancy is a thing.
Well, apparently Darkin has a signature cut, and it's just like his dad. It has a hook pattern, and it's cut into the person, binding the question to the questioner, and it forces the person to answer, like, whatever is being asked. The whole thing's weird. Listen to the Patreon. Promise. It'll bring some enlightenment. This specific hook has not been completed. It, like, started, and then something happened.
Right, which kind of implies that Darkin Rahl was not able to gain the information he wanted from Giller.
Which, I'm kind of surprised that after he didn't get what he wanted, he didn't, like, angrily... I kind of figure, like, Kylo Ren?
Yeah.
You know how he, like, rages a little bit?
Yeah, he smashes everything up with his lightsaber when he doesn't get his way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I kind of feel like, I mean, maybe not. Maybe Darkin's more controlled like that, but I could see him just, like, rage slashing once Giller was like, fuck you!
Oh, yeah. Just stabbing him a bunch and killing him. Yeah, I could see him doing that, but I could also see him, like, not finishing the cut on purpose. No, he wasn't able to not finish the cut because Giller used the wizard's fire, but I do see Darkin Rahl having enough patience to be like, you know what? I'm going to let you bleed out for like 9 more hours instead of just killing you because it's going to be more gruesome and painful for you. He would have the patience to do that.
I could see him doing that, but Giller was already dead when he let out the wizard's fire because that was his life force.
That's true. That being the case, yeah, I see him lashing out, and you're like, fuck it. I'm not going to get anything out of this guy anyway. Might as well take the edge off, too.
Right, because I picture Darkin standing in this room. He would have to be, like, naked probably afterwards, because it says that Darkin isn't affected by this wizard's life force, right?
Right.
But I imagine his clothes aren't, like, specially protected, right? Or is there, like, a shield around him?
I'm not really sure. I know there's a certain amount of ceremony that goes into doing the anthropomancy. So he probably had Giller all strung up, and then like you said, he might be naked for this, or he might be doing some weird other sort of
They're
magical
both naked and
ritual. Yeah, who knows?
Either way, I just picture him, like, standing there in this blown-up room afterwards with, like, his guards are dead, Giller's dead, and he's just standing there staring, like, he's ball level, probably, staring at this dude's balls.
Yep.
And he's like, God damn it! Like, he's not exactly a rational person. That's all I'm thinking. I would love to see him afterwards see that scene. That would be nice.
Yeah. Well, speaking of rationality, Richard looks up at Giller in this, what's got to be something akin to Silence of the Lambs-esque body splayed out in the room, and he's like, how could he have died with a smile on his face? This is fucking gruesome. This would have been really painful. And Zedd explains to him that part of being a wizard is understanding pain. It hasn't said it yet, but just to clarify, they have tests of pain to become a wizard. And so this is something you have to be able to deal with. And Zedd goes so far as to say, look, I'm almost okay with the idea of you not becoming a wizard because this is a thing. I don't want you to have to go through that. But, I mean, you should be a wizard, Richard. So,
Yeah.
So you'll have to understand this too. But that's why Giller is able to smile through all of it. Or at least, I'm assuming he didn't smile through all of it, but when he finally gave the final blast of the wizard's fire and giving up his life force, he was able to smile because he knew that, like, relief is coming.
Yeah. And in answer to that, Zedd says, honor in the end. Basically, putting to rest all thought that Giller may have been, like, a shitbox.
Right, because selling your service to a queen is dishonorable.
Right, but he obviously gave his life to save not only whoever this mystery person is who has the box, but, like, all of humanity, kind of, because, like, the box.
Right, I fully believe that Giller is aware of the circumstances.
Yeah.
He knows what this box is for.
And how evil Rawl is.
Right. So he was totally willing to give his life up to protect the box and keep it away from Dark and Rawl.
For sure. At this point, though, Richard is like, so, naked dude kind of looks like bait. So we should probably leave.
Yeah, they've discovered the super bad thing in Queen Melena's castle, and it's time to get the fuck out. Apparently, Rawl has already been here, for one.
Yeah.
For two, they're not going to get any help from Giller, nor will they be able to help Giller.
Yep.
And they haven't seen the box. So, fuck this. This is a wash. We're still protected because Kahlan is the mother confessor. We can be like, I shake my fist at thee and then get the fuck out, but we'll get out with our lives and Sidon's life and the lives of the innocent guys in the prison. Like, this is not a complete failure. We didn't get the box, but we can still leave alive.
But let's do it, like, right fucking now so our cover doesn't get blown. Okay?
Yeah, fucking priority.
So they go down, they say goodbye to Queen Melina, and she's a little bit like, everything cool. And Kahlan's like, yeah, I'm just mad that you killed him and I didn't. So he obviously did something to piss you off, right? And that's when Melina's like, yeah, he took something of mine. And Kahlan's like, oh, hope you got it back. Bye.
Nobody picked up on the fact that that might have been the box that she was looking for.
I think maybe they did. They just didn't, like...
They didn't acknowledge it?
Yeah, they're just like, okay, cool, bye.
That makes me feel better. They were just trying to nope the fuck out.
Yeah, they were just... They're not going to have, like, oh, should we have tea and discuss? Like, let's just go.
They're leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the way out, Sidon in Zedd's hands tell